Hello, welcome to this video. I want to show you my new favorite chess opening training tool called Chessbook. So what is Chessbook and why do I like it so much? I want to make a video about it. So Chessbook is an opening training tool where you can build an opening repertoire and train it with spaced repetition. So why do I like Chessbook so much? When I first heard of Chessbook was in a video by YouTuber Hanging Pawns. He was sponsored by Chessbook, and I thought, okay, what's the difference with all the other opening trainers? When I took a closer look, I found out that Chessbook does a way better job in letting you train the lines you actually see in your games. So how does this work? Okay, so how to show how it works and what is great about Chessbook, we first have to show some things in the settings. It's important that you connect your account to Chessbook. I use my Chess account, but you can also use chess.com. And then we have two very important settings. That is the rating range. I've set mine to 1800 to 2000 lichess. I've asked the developers on Discord if it's all time controls, because I only play rapid and I don't want to prepare for a bullet repertoire. But I said it's every time control except bullet. And they also said that for the stats it doesn't matter a lot. There's not a significant difference. So I trust them on that. So this setting means you will prepare your openings in this rating range. And this works together with cover positions seen in. I started out on intermediate level, but it was not enough for me personally. So my coverage is in 1 in 200, I set this. You can also set this on 1 in 400. That is really high. And they added even more lately. But these were added later. I think for most people, intermediate and advanced is doable. The rest, you have to study a lot. So how this works, I can demonstrate. The best way to demonstrate this is to make a new repertoire. Do it for black, and I will call this test. Create repertoire. Okay, we start building our repertoire and I show you how it works. So we start with the caro-kann. And now here on the right you will see everything that's in our coverage. So there's up until 2d3. And below this, it's outside the coverage, so the program won't ask you to fill in these moves. Okay, so let's start at the most popular, d4. We pick the most popular for white. We play our repertoire. So e5, the advanced. Now we play 3c5. 4d takes c5 is the most challenging and most played on master level, but actually 4c3 is more popular at this level. Gives a pretty easy game for black. So now we do knight c6, knight f3. We take, they take, bishop g4. There's a bit of delay. Now bishop e2 is the most popular. We play e6, take castle. So you see castle and knight c3, that's already a pretty significant difference. So from this point, the program will only give castling for us, for our coverage. So, and then the lines ends here, because we reached our coverage. And the nice thing is, you also see here the, the typical plans in the position. So black, castles kingside, knight on e7 moves to f5, Queen goes off into b6 and a few other things, so that is really nice. So now we save these moves to my repertoire. So now our test repertoire is 4% complete. And you can fill in the gaps until it's 100%. So the biggest gap we have now is the queen pawns game, because that's next to e4 the most popular move. So let's fill in that. Okay, c4, e6 we play, knight c3 is more popular, knight f6, now bishop g5, and here we take. Our move is not really popular, but it's very good. So now 1 e4 and we play c5, and so you see in our repertoire the most popular line is actually a mistake for white. So that's one thing I really like about Keep It Simple for Black from Silecki. So let's check what happens. So now we take. And here the line ends, but personally, for me this is a bit too early because it's a pretty sharp line. So I will choose to keep adding moves. So you see that falls a little bit outside our coverage. But there's a big difference, so we can only, we don't have to really study these. Now bishop h4, and now, yes, now it's very important to play this move. You can also take, but that's a mistake. Now knight e4. Yes, and here black has a very bad position. So for me it's enough to end this line here, save these moves. Okay, so let's go back, because I want to show one more thing. Wait, test. Yes, one more thing. Let's pick a line that is less popular. So, for example, this one. Accelerated Panov. Now knight f6 we do play, knight c3. Now we take, and normally the program would say, okay, we stop here because it's outside our coverage, but here we have the thing called rare but dangerous. And that means it is a high win rate, so they encourage you to go a little bit deeper. And then we do play knight b6, and it ends here. And again we have our plans here. If I recall correctly, the repertoire suggests to go for a g6 setup here. It's also in this little sentence. So that's in a nutshell how the building works. I want to show you a few more features of this app. You can practice move, of course. We go there in a minute. You can also play through a model game. I haven't done that really. And you have to correct your opening mistakes. Unfortunately, I don't have any now. But how it works is the app is connected to your account. So if you now have your repertoire complete, you play a game and you make a mistake, you forget your line, then the app is going to see that and you can practice that line. So that's very nice. But what I wanted to show you mainly is the practice moves. I do it with my own repertoires. So now you have recommended moves. I don't know exactly what the mechanic is behind this, but I was told by the developers that it's a combination of the most common moves and also moves you have wrong often. And maybe there was another factor, but it is not only random moves or something. So you can, if you're low on time, instead of doing everything, you can go for the recommended moves. And you also have the moves that you often get wrong. I'm going to show you a little bit of recommended moves to give you an idea of how the practice works. So this is the Sicilian. E6, here we play the delayed Alpin. Go for this, and then D4. Now this one. Yeah, okay, and that line ends here, so now we go to black. So the difference with, for example, chessable, you can only practice black or white. You have to constantly switch between courses, but here it goes pretty smoothly. So that's how it works. Well, that is what I wanted to show you about Chessbook. If you're interested, please check the link in the description. I haven't shown you every little detail or everything. For example, the model games, and you can add annotations. You can also see what the plans are and the piece placement in position. So I would encourage you to just check it out. It's free up until a certain amount of moves. If you want to build a really big repertoire, you have to pay something. But so far I really like it. It's worth it for me. Chessable is on the right way with priority lines and quick starters, but I feel like this is way more fitting for me. You can build and create more something of your own combined with courses and books. So I really like it. Please let me know what you think of this app. Thanks for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.